What's up, guys? I hope everybody's good. Greetings from inside the bottle of Dr. Pepper. And we gonna hit you with a little Blu Ray Blowout action here. Now, this is the March Blowout. Normally, I don't. Um, I usually wait till like a week into the next month to do these. Um, but because um, wrestling tickets need to be gotten. I'm gonna go ahead and do it now, and then we'll hit you again in April with a even more epic haul for April. With that said, there were 37 pickups for February, 10 of which were in the Halloween deluxe edition box set that I did an unboxing for. So I'm not going to show that here, but that was definitely part of this. So the grand total is 37 pickups. And with that said, we're going to start with the ones that I have already watched and or done Mikey Goes to the Movies for, if they were tagged to do so. So, here we go. We're going to start with Congo. Now, this is a movie that I have seen. It had been a while. I saw this on Blu-ray. It was only $7.50, so I picked it up. It was good to see after a while. Hadn't seen it forever. Still just as good. Book was better. But that's usually the way it goes when they turn books into movies. Book was better. But this is still a very good movie and worth watching, worth seeing. Next is one that I tagged for review and it was already done. Wimbledon. This is Kirsten Dunst and Paul Bettany. It's a very good love story set around sports. I like sports movies. I like love stories. So this hit, two of the major things that I like. Pretty good movie. If you're into that kind of thing like I am. So definitely worth it. And if you haven't watched the review for this, check it out. That awkward moment. This was okay. I've seen the premise for this done better than this was, but it was definitely okay, especially having just watched Creed and then figuring out that Michael B. Jordan is in this movie as well. So that was kind of a polar opposites, but I enjoyed it for what it was, and definitely worth checking out there. Calamity Jane. I've always heard about this movie, but I had never seen it, and it was one I always wanted to see, and I saw it on Blu-ray, and it was like $15, but I have always seen it on Blu-ray for like twice that, so figured this is as low as it's gonna go, so I picked it up. Awesome movie, well worth seeing if you haven't seen it already. It's Calamity Jane. All the Town with Frank Sinatra, Betty Garrett, Ann Miller, and Gene Kelly. Now, just because it's Frank Sinatra and Gene Kelly, that automatically makes this great. Again, it's an older movie. I haven't seen, but I'm trying to watch some older movies from before I was even born, because I always hear people talk about how older movies are better, and they're more artistic. So I'm trying to give older movies a chance and kind of see what I think. And this one I thought was really well done. Definitely worth the pickup, and you know, I can now tell my friend Jackie at work, because we argue about older movies. We don't really argue, but we kind of talk about like older movies compared to today's all the time between calls. So I can tell her, and this is a recommendation from her, so I can tell her I've seen this, and she's right in most cases. All right, so that takes us to an Alfred Hitchcock movie, The Man Who Knew Too Much. Now, Hitchcock is a great filmmaker, and I like most all of his films, including this one. Um, Definitely worth the pickup, and definitely worth the watch. Even if I haven't seen all of those movies, I respect him as a filmmaker, and it is my goal in life to see every movie he's ever made. So this kind of goes towards that, and is a cool movie to watch anyway. So, and it had Jimmy Stewart and Doris Day, which anything with Jimmy Stewart, in my opinion, anyway. Next is another great one that I hadn't seen because it's from before I was born, but it's all about Eve. I've always heard about this one, and been told by multiple people that I should see it. And really, it's got Betty Davis, Ann Baxter, George Sanders, and Celeste Holm. Now, Betty Davis is another actress that is from before I was born that I'm trying to see all of her movies, and she doesn't get near enough credit for the actress that she was, which is a shame really, because this is one of her better movies, and my goal is to see all of her movies as well. So that's all about Eve. Richard Gere and Garcia. This is Internal Affairs. I've seen this when it first came out, but it had been a while, so this was an interesting watch for me, because late 80s, early 90s, some thriller cheese, and it's definitely, if you're into the cheesy type late 80s, early 90s movies, this is the movie for you. So that's Internal Affairs. Never Let Me Go. Now this is based on a book, and I haven't read the book yet, so I can't say if the book is better. But the book is on my list of books to read. So I'll get to it at some point. So I'm gonna just tell you, based on the information I have now, that this is a great movie. And I will amend that once I read the book if I have to. But that's Never Let Me Go. Creed. What can I say? It's the next generation of Rocky. The ending of this sets up for a part 2 beautifully. I gave it 5 out of 5 wheelies, when I did a review for this. And it still stands up to that 5 out of 5 that I gave it. So that's Creed. Next is Black Mass. This is another one that I've already done a review for, and this was an awesome movie. It was an interesting movie. Like I said in the review, the interesting part of it for me was he didn't look at himself as being a rat, because he wasn't ratting on his own people. He was trying to get, take his competitors out of business. So that's Black Mass. Johnny Depp did awesome in this. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. Alright. Anchors Away. Gene Kelly, Catherine Grayson, Frank Sinatra. Again, Gene Kelly, Frank Sinatra. That makes this awesome. And this was no different. Definitely worth checking out. Not a lot of special features on there, but a few. You know, it's definitely worth checking out. Gene Kelly and Frank Sinatra did a lot of sailor, like Navy sailor type movies around this time. I'm figuring out. But they were both awesome actors and great movies. So that's Anchors Away. Gandhi. Now this I just did a review for. This is awesome. A little long, but like I said in the review, the director said really this could have been 12 or 15 hour movie, and it was really hard to cut shit out because, you know, everything was important. But that's Gandhi. If you haven't seen this, you need to. It's 3 hours, plus it comes with like 2 hours of extra stuff on a separate disc. Awesome movie. Gandhi. All Quiet on the Western Front. Again, this is a case where the book is better than the movie, but the movie is still great. It is Ernest Borgnine, Richard Thomas. Definitely, if you like war and soldier type movies, this is for you. Definitely a great movie, and well worth picking up if you haven't seen it, or trying to catch on Netflix if you haven't seen it. Is All Quiet on the Western Front. Now we are to the movies that I have tagged for reviews, and there are a lot of those here, guys, so let's just dive right into these. We've got Brad Pitt and Sean Penn in The Tree of Life. Put these here. We've got John Cusack, Minnie Driver, Alan Arkin, and Dan Aykroyd in Grosse Pointe Blank. Really looking forward to seeing that one. You got Colin Firth, Tom Hardy, John Hurt, Toby Jones, Mark Strong, and Benedict Cumberbatch. And Gary Oldman too. Sorry about that. I almost forgot you, Gary. And Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Looking forward to seeing this one too, and doing a review for this because it is, from all intents and purposes, pretty good, from what I hear. Next, we have Kiss Me Kate. This is Catherine Grayson, Howard Keel, again another Howard Keel movie, and Ann Miller. It says Blu Ray 3D, but it does have also the 2D version. So, again, this is just me trying to study my movies that came before, like I was even born. But this will be getting a review as well, and I can't wait to watch this one. Alright, next we have Colin Firth and Julianne Moore. A Single Man. This is one I've not seen. This was actually a recommendation by Amazon for me, and it's Colin Firth and Julianne Moore, and anything that has Julianne Moore in it, 9 times out of 10 I'll pick up and watch. That's A Single Man. Next we have Barbara Streisand, Walter Matthau, and Michael Crawford in Hello Dolly. This is another one that I haven't seen. I've always heard about, but I haven't seen, so I'm looking forward to watching that and doing a review for you guys. What am I talking about? I always look forward to doing reviews for you guys. Alright, next we have Mark Ruffalo, Michael Keaton, Rachel McAdams, Leo Shriver, John Slattery, and Stanley Tucci in Spotlight. Again, haven't seen this, but looking forward to watching it and letting you guys know what I think. Next is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I have seen this. It's been a minute, but I have seen this. I thought when we saw this at Walmart the other day, and Jen asked me if I had seen this, and I hesitated for a minute because I was trying to remember if I had or I hadn't. I thought she was going to have a fucking heart attack, but I have seen this. It's just been a while, so I'm looking forward to watching this one. And again, you'll see a review for this one too. Oh yeah, Jen. Sorry if I caused you a heart attack. Wasn't my intention. All right, last couple movies here. All right, another Alfred Hitchcock movie, Jimmy Stewart in Rope. Again, I'm trying to see all of the Alfred Hitchcock movies ever made. So this is just the next one on the list, and we'll do a review for that one. We're going to do a review for all these that I'm showing you now, so. Call it Force of Habit. Okay, next we have Dermot Mulroney, Thomas Horn, Mira Sorvino, Danny Glover, and Josh Lucas in Space Warriors, and this is actually from the director of another great movie, Soul Surfers. I actually found this one because I was searching Amazon one night to see if the movie from the 80s, Space Camp, was going to ever get a Blu Ray release, and this one came up as a recommendation because I searched for that. So I figured, why the hell not? Plus the synopsis said it was basically an updated version of Space Camp for this generation. So I figured, why the hell not? It was only $4. It's only $4, so that'll work. Next, we have Eric Bana, Olivia Wilde, Charlie Hunnam, with Chris Christopherson and Sissy Spacek in Deadfall. Never seen this, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I'm looking forward to watching it. That's Deadfall. Next, we have... Oh god, I'm gonna fuck up this name. Peter Sarsgaard, I guess? Alfred Molina, Rosamund Pike, Dominic Cooper, Olivia Williams, Emma Thompson, and Carey Mulligan in Education. Again, this was recommended to me by Amazon. It was only $4, so I figured, okay, whatever. And I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna love it, and you guys are gonna get a review about it. I think everything I watch I'm gonna love, but I don't really love everything I watch. Most of it, but not all of it. So, but not everything. And last but not least, we have from the same people that made Gross Point Blank, John Cusack in High Fidelity. Now, again, I've seen this before, but I haven't seen it in a while. It'll be great for me to go and be able to watch this and review it and let you know what I thought. Let you know if I still like it from the time I saw it, 15, 20 years ago. And that is it, guys. That's 37 pickups to include the Halloween set. And we're done. So, and hell, we did it in under half an hour. We're sitting at a solid 21:30 right now. So, I'm going to go ahead and stop this. And you guys will probably see this sometime in the next couple of days, as it's being recorded on the 26th. And I hope you guys are well. I love y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for fostering the creativity. And we'll talk again soon. Peace.